Good morning, Pisces. Good morning. I hope you guys had a good night's sleep. I hope you woke up today feeling happy, safe, and peaceful. Thank you to everyone that has liked, commented, subscribed, and gave donations. Happy birthday. Shout out to all my 224s. All right, Pisceanos, my cards are out. I had to stop my video, but I'm just gonna restart over. All right, spirit, angels, ancestors, and higher beings, please help me with this message today for my beautiful Pisces people, my Pisceanos. What messages do we have for Pisces? All right, we got Trident, Ballerina, and Lightning. And we got the High Priestess, which is Pisces energy here at the bottom. You know what song was coming to my mind with this Ballerina? It was the one from Flashdance. She's a maniac on the floor. And she's dancing like she's never danced before. I'm getting a mental image of her, the girl. She used to, for people who don't know, she was a dancer, but she came from, I think, like a very blue collar type of environment. She had to she was working like at a steel mill or something, so a job that most women wouldn't typically have, you know. And then she walks into, the image that I'm getting is the one where she walks in for an audition, and she was surrounded by a bunch of ballerinas, and they were all looking at her because she obviously did not fit the part. She didn't look like she belonged there. All these people in the background, you could tell they've probably been doing ballet since they were 2. They probably have financial backings. They probably, you know, they've been doing this for a long time. And here this girl comes in her uniform, her steel clothing, you know, like to protect herself from the flames, I guess, and all dirty-ish looking. And she shows up and she kills it. She does something that is very unseen, not very ballerina-esque, but it was her version, it was her dance, it was her soul, it was her spirit. When the dancer becomes the dance, she showcased herself. She showed who she was in that moment. So what I'm getting here, Pisces, is that a lot of you are going to have an opportunity to put yourself out there, put yourself on display, to really show somebody who you really are. To me, it's almost like catching the Holy Ghost, like the Holy Spirit, you know? That's what I'm getting. And it's not just that the Holy Spirit enters you. To me, it's like it was years in the making. You know, like you had to work for this. Discipline, gratefulness, elegance, strong focus required, practice, and perfection. You had to go through a lot of tears. Trident, Neptune, control emotions, power to manipulate emotions, water journey. Like you had to go deep into your spirit, you know, and see what you were feeling. I think a lot of those things that you went through in your life, Pisces, were not in vain. I could feel it. A lot of those harsh lessons, probably in your upbringing, probably in relationships and jobs, they were all there to kind of challenge you, to make you work harder, to make you teach you how to transmute that pain into power. There's a passion, there's a desire, there's a want, Pisces. That's what I'm feeling of it. There's like a want, like you were hungry. You were hungry, like you were in a situation, and I'm going to be a little graphic, where you were put in a cage, and you know, you were like just hungry, you know, and you wanted to get out of that situation, and you couldn't get out, and you just stayed in there for a while, and you stayed at a certain level, and you stayed, you know, with no key in sight, you know, and it was a dark place. It was a dark place, Pisces, is what I feel like. There's the sun, Pisces. That is the energy of depression, of sadness, of gloominess. And through practice, through perfection, through focus, through discipline, through elegance and your grace, Pisces. What does that mean? A lot of times this is a challenge. So it wasn't graceful. You were probably a blubbery mess. You were probably sitting somewhere in the dark crying. You probably, you didn't know you'd make it, Pisces, and I could feel you, and I'm sorry. You didn't know. It was a moment. And for those out there that feel that moment, just keep going. Never stop. Just keep going, Pisces. It's the feeling. You will have your moment. You just got to practice. What's practicing? Practicing, Pisces, is going to be different for a lot of people. I'll give you an example. For me, myself, I've been a long time sufferer of depression. And I've managed it. And I've had all those moments and then some, Pisces. But one of the things that have helped me has been, exercise, lifting heavy things. Sometimes by lifting something heavy, I get out of my own head. I get out of my own emotions. It helps me to be more present. And I believe presence is a big thing when it comes to dealing with your emotions. It's like you're thinking too far in the future. You're scared. There's some form of anxieties. There's some form of past pains and hurts and traumas, and that lifting of something very heavy that takes me out, takes me out of my own body. I literally sometimes have to walk around the gym, wait a minute, where am I? Who am I? And that's sometimes what is needed in order for you to get out of your own head and to get out of your own emotions. It's practice. So you can't just lift it one time. This is the example, Pisces. You can't just lift it one time. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. And it's going to be different for everybody out there because there's levels to this, Pisces. There's levels to it. Sometimes some of you just need that little bit just to get out of the bed. And I know that. And you can do it. One day you get out of the bed. One day you do a certain amount of steps. One day you do a few push-ups. You make that smoothie. You make that juice. You take those vitamins. You pray a lot. What do you think the high priestess is doing? Yes, she's very spiritual and it is a God thing, but she has her cross and she has her book there. She's researched, she's learning, she's educating herself. There's things here, Pisces. This is what practice looks like. This is what focus looks like. Maybe you weren't so graceful in that one moment, but you can be graceful. And I feel that opportunity coming up for you. So hang in there, Pisces. That's what I'm going to tell you, is hang in there. But let's go a little bit deeper. Let's see. And it's going to come very sudden. Sudden events, unpredictable swiftness, shocking events. It does feel like this is the moment that you've been practicing or waiting for all your life. And you're going to realize it was that moment. You'll just know. You're going to put it all on the floor. You're going to leave it all on the floor in the example of the flash dance. You're going to show somebody your version of what that dance looks like. When the dancer becomes the dance. All right, Pisces, let's see. What else? Spirit, tell me more. Temperance. You know what? I do want to go deeper into all of them. Let's do that. When the dancer becomes the dance. Ace of Wands. So what is temperance? Temperance is all about finding a good flow. Finding the right energy. Finding the right... sorry, my stomach might be growling. I'm kind of hungry. Finding the right words. The right timing. It's a lot, Pisces. Ace of Wands is discovering that new thing. Having something new in your life. Finding out something new about yourself. I do feel like you're doing a very serious journey within yourself, and you're learning yourself. You're learning who you are. You're learning the things that make you tick. You're learning the things that make you operate. Now, going back, Pisces, to this whole depression thing, let me explain this. A lot of time, and I said something, I think I've told you this before, but I really want you to understand this. We're not born with manuals, and we're all different. What works for one person may not work for the next person. So you got to be the person to discover your own manual. You got to figure out what motivates you. You got to figure out how do you feel your healthiest and your best. And there's a lot of things out there, Pisces. I don't use any medications to this day. I'm Medicaid free. Yes, I use a lot of supplements. I do a lot of natural holistic things. But that was a journey, Pisces. I was on, I don't even know, like 10 different medications at one point. It was a lot. I was a disaster. And I'm giving you guys the example. So yes, I'm being very personal, but through a detox of all that, and then a hard fall, a lot of terrible events that came from that, I picked myself up little by little. There's that hunger. That's why my stomach is growling. I felt it, and I felt the animal in the cage. Like, just give me the chance. Just give me this opportunity, and you will. But anyway, it just took getting out of bed. It just took taking certain vitamins. It took channeling the pain, channeling the trauma into something different. Praying a lot, Pisces. Never underestimate the power of prayer. I went strong into my prayer. And I wanted this. There was a point where I wanted to live. There was a point where I didn't want to go out like this. You know, like that's the feeling. I'm not going out like this. And I didn't know how, but through the grace of God, I got past it. You know, little by little. To this day, I still work on myself. I still work on my emotions. I still work on depression. Is something like keeping your head above the water. You know, and like I said before, I've said all these things, but I'm trying to cultivate this energies to prepare you for that moment, Pisces. Sometimes you feel like you're drowning, and sometimes you can catch a wave. And this is what I'm feeling. I'm feeling you catching a wave. I'm feeling you getting a moment where you not only are just keeping your head above the water, but you're catching that wave and you're riding that biatch all the way down to the shoreline, Pisces. And that's how I'm feeling this opportunity that's coming for you. So be patient. Be cool, my babies. Yes, be very patient. Do your part. Little by little, every single day, do your prayers, do something healthy for yourself. Keep, in your mind state good. Stay away from people who talk negative or are just negative or who are judgmental because they don't understand your path. Stay away. Keep away, Pisces. And sooner or later, you'll be put into a situation where it's very shocking, where it'll be like that woman in the flash dance. And people are shocked to see what her skills are. All those terrible things in her life that she thought was so terrible, she walked in there, and that's what made her stand out. That's what made her look different. That's what her presence and her aura, maybe she wasn't shiny like the ballerinas, but that energy, that dance, the way she didn't care, the way she, and that's something that I'm getting, something about the way you just don't care anymore. And you show people that. And it just blows everyone's mind away. I don't remember the movie if she got the part or not, but I'm giving the example of, that moment, that chance where you're going to be able to display everything bad and everything good about yourself, like how you've been able to transmute something. All right, Spirit, tell me more about this sudden events. Page of Wands. Ooh, and the King of Wands. Okay, we have a lot of wands, Pisces. So wands a lot of times is passion, it's fire, it's attraction, it's intensity. Sometimes those ugly things in your life were the things that made you look so damn sexy. And I felt that energy. I don't care. There's a confidence in a person who exudes, like they truly mean that though. They truly don't, yeah, some people can say that. But it's a practice. It's almost like making yourself practice. Like that woman walked in the way she walked in with her dirty clothes and her steel clothes, and she walked in there. And that did not hinder her performance. If anything, it gave her a leg up because people noticed her. She stood out. Everyone was in pink and ballet, and she stood out because she was dirty, which could be very metaphoric too. A lot of times God's people aren't perfect people. They've been through stuff. They've been through it all. I've been hearing that song too ever since I forget what video, the Alive song by Sia. Took it all, but I'm still breathing. I took it all, but I'm still breathing. I have made every single mistake that you could ever possibly make. I took and I took and I took and I gave. But you never noticed that I was in pain. I knew what I wanted, I went out and got it. Did all the things that you said that I shouldn't. Told you that I will never be forgotten, and all in spite of you. Ooh, I'm so sorry, I can't breathe. I'm still breathing. I'm still breathing. I'm alive. Yes, Pisces. I took it all, but I'm still breathing. I took it all. I don't care about your mistakes. God don't care about your mistakes. If anything, that's what made him even more get attracted to you. He got even more attracted to you from your mistakes, Pisces. And mistakes are so many, but also it was all of it, how you handled it, how you had the will, how you still tried, the effort that you put in, Pisces. Major attraction here. Yes, I'm wiping tears. Neptune, control emotions. The water journey. Power to manipulate emotions. Yes, I'm going to manipulate this pain into something beautiful. That's exactly what it is, Pisces. All right. Let's see what else. So we got Page of Wands and the King of Wands here in reverse. Do you know what I'm seeing here for your sudden event and change? The confidence. You're going to go from a person who doesn't realize, like that depression, that sadness, that health issue, whatever that sun in reverse is for you. It's a person who didn't see the way. You don't know the way. You don't see the way. And next thing you know, you become the master of the way. You control what happens to you in your life. You know, we all do have some form of control. Why? Because we have choices. We can make good choices in our life. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. It's almost like the choices to get out of bed, to do the workout, to pray. You know, that's all choices. You don't pray, then, you know, like I'm not saying you can have a really beautiful communication with God and you just need to talk to him. So I don't know what your relationship is with him, but it's all choices on what you do. And you're going to go from a situation where you're not so sure of yourself and you don't know where you're going in life to being some form of a super tractor. And this is going to be sudden and it's going to be very shocking. And I feel like it's going to shock a lot of people how you probably went from a person who was insecure, unconfident into a person that it's like, you can't tell me nothing. I do feel that relationship that you have with God, Pisces. I feel it. Where only God can judge you. Where people may have tried to keep you in this, you know, unconfident situation because of your past, because of things, you know, that you didn't have, or who you are, or what you know, it doesn't matter, but people will try. You know, like, yes, I've had to take medications. I've had to go to a psych ward, you know, like, and that is a, people will be like, ooh, I'm not sure about you. You know, but there's an energy of all those things were necessary and all those things happened to make me a better person, a more confident person in who I am. Sometimes you need to be stripped of everything in order to find out who you really are, Pisces. And that's the energy I get there. But let's see, let's go into this ballerina. 10 of Swords. There was a point, Pisces, where you just stopped feeling. Let me tell you what I feel. There's so much. There was a point where you stopped feeling the pain. When I tell you, you took, and you ate, and I'm going to say ish, you know, ish-shay, because I can't curse here because I got trolls. But you took, and I feel it until it just... You didn't care anymore. You let it all go. You didn't even like, I don't even like, it doesn't even bother you anymore. You became powerful in that moment. And because of all the ish that you ate and had to endure, Pisces, it's like it took you to another place where you don't care and you're going to catch the Holy Spirit. And the Holy Spirit is going to put you in a place where people are going to realize you are a beautiful being. You have a gift, you have a talent, and you're going to be able to put it out there, Pisces. That's how I'm getting this energy. There's also something here about, what is that called? Okay, I'm trying my best here and grounding myself. It's high and a lot of energy. What's that thing when they put needles inside of you? But it's for releasing any types of energy, like stuck energy. It helps you to move and flow. It's, I think, a Ayurvedic. I don't know. It's just kind of trying to come out, but Ayurvedic. I don't know. It's like some type of form of medicine. Now, I will tell you, I feel two things here with that, with me saying that. A lot of you may have been through the tough times because maybe there has been a lot of evilness around you, or evil people. Sometimes even they don't have to physically do something to you. Sometimes they could just give you this stinky look and throw hate and throw animosity towards you. That's a lot of times why I keep this here, just to like reflect it right back onto them and give it right back to them. And it's like, I do feel that in your life, Pisces. I know you've been feeling some type of weird energy, and that's okay, Pisces, because this is all practice. You are the high priestess. Your weapons are in the spiritual realm. You can overcome this like you've overcame many other things. And then one day, all that hate, all that evilness that people have thrown your way, you're going to use that, and that will be your stepping stone, Pisces. That will be the thing that you stand on to elevate yourself, is the feeling that I'm getting here. So I do feel a lot of movement of energy, of changing energy, and then also returning what someone may be sending to you. So you're in the process, Pisces, because this is in the challenge position. It's a life journey. And like I said, we're not born with manuals. We got to know how to think quick on our feet. We got to know what we need on a daily basis. It is a long-term relationship with yourself. Let's see something. Yes, it's not easy. And there are people that will talk about your journey. But I just feel an energy of you proving something to yourself and proving something to everyone, that you can transmute and change energy within yourself. All right, Pisces, let's see what the outcome is. Six of Swords and the Five of Pentacles. A lot of you may be starting something new, and it may be difficult at first, and you may find yourself doing it by yourself, is also what I'm getting. I just feel like this is the outcome. This is what happens, Pisces, when you get pushed, when you get prodded, when you get poked at, and take that, whatever, Pisces, I do feel it. Eventually, what do? You learn how to transmute. You start over again. It does feel very dark night of the soulish. It does, Pisces. Like, this is what the dark night of the soul is. It's like losing everything that you thought that you were and finding out who you really are through pain. A lot of times pain is a powerful it can transform you. It can change you, Pisces. And I feel that coming for you. Don't be scared. You are the high priestess. It says here that from 1 minute, and almost it's going to feel like 1 minute to the next, you're going to be in a situation when you're in a lot of pain. And then in the next minute, you will be the captain of your ship, basically. You will be controlling the waters. You will be, it just goes from complete opposites. And it's going to feel like it happens overnight. But this is a lifetime of working through a situation, Pisces. And I just feel this, like, it's going to take a lot of getting to know yourself and finding out how your manual works. What makes you feel your best? What foods help you feel your best? Taking good care of yourself. I'm seeing something about physical care. Grooming, Pisces. Groom yourself. Sometimes that helps. I know it's like on the lighter scale, but it helps. Keep yourself, bathed, cleansed, hair trimmed. For my males, the beard, These are the little things that you can do. And I'm telling you, keep doing those little things and they add up. All right. What is the advice here? Five of Wands. Woo! And the Queen of Wands. All right, Pisces. So we do have a match here. There is something here about like a fight that's happening. And I'm not clear. It's over someone. This could be over you. This could be over somebody else. I'm not 100% sure. But I am feeling the vibe, Pisces. Like, don't fight with anyone. Don't entertain anyone. Know your place in this situation. It does come off to me a little bit like, let's say you want someone to listen to you or to understand you. And you know, sometimes that push, like trying to push somebody into understanding where you're coming from, you know, it'll drain you, Pisces. So it's almost like don't participate in that. If this person is meant to be, which I do see them here as your partner, as your person, as, you know, whoever this is, someone that really does enjoy you, they'll automatically see the right way and they won't fight with you. Sometimes people just like to fight. Sometimes people just like to fight perspective. Sometimes people just like to point at you and say you're doing something wrong, you know? So I just feel like you'll know this person and this person will come to you if you don't have to fight for them. It just comes so easily and so naturally. All right, let's do career and money. You know what it gives me the energy of? Okay, so let's say the example would be like you're in social media, let's just say, and you have worked a certain amount of time there, you have a certain status, and then you get out of your lane, out of your place to fight with someone who's unknown, to fight with someone who, you know, is literally just trying to argue or fight with you because they're looking for clout. They're looking for some form of a come up. Don't get off your throne, Pisces. Like, you've worked really hard on controlling your emotions, on being more graceful, or not participating in things that can lower your frequency. Lowering your frequency. Yes, fighting can lower your frequency quick. Getting involved with people who wrestle around in the mud will get you dirty. And I did feel that energy of dirty, especially with that flash dance. So there's something here about dirty, Pisces. Like, don't talk to these people. Don't entertain these people because it will rub off on you. Okay? All right. Whatever they're going through, because I do feel like they are going through something, and that energy could rub off on you if you even tried. And it's sad because it's like they're probably looking for that. They want you to share in their gloom. They want you to share in their pain, in their desperation, Pisces. That's what I heard. Desperation. You know, so they look to fight with you because they want you to be dirty with them. They want you to lower yourself with them because they're so desperate. This is the way they're channeling their emotions. This is the way they're transmuting it, right? They're transmuting it by taking it out on you, by trying to make you look a certain way. You know, those things, Pisces. So just stay in your throne. And whoever's supposed to be there with you will be there with you. All right, Spirit, tell me more. We got the Emperor, Five of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. I also see the King of Swords here at the bottom. So the Emperor is an energy of stability sitting on your throne. Again, I keep feeling that throne energy. Do not lower yourself for anyone, Pisces. And that was just an example. But yeah, it's just don't go down there. Don't go down there, Pisces. The Queen of Pentacles in reverse a lot of times for me is an energy of, you know, needing to find something new, trying to find a new way, an outlet, a way of processing emotions. I think maybe you used to fight with these people, used to roll in the mud with them in some way, you know, even just participate in listening to something, Pisces. And that is like, I'll give you the example for work. Let's say you saw the company in a certain light and you wanted to work in there and you wanted to bring it in a certain light, but then you started hanging out with people who don't care about the business, people who don't, who go in there and they do the least, you know, and they didn't have a passion or desire for it, right? And you start communicating with them, and then next thing you know, the bosses start looking at you like, oh, well, you must be one of them. You probably hate this company too, because they see who you're associated with. And that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up here, Pisces. So be very careful with that, because people can judge you based on who you're with. And this is the universe talking to, this isn't just a boss in your job. This is like, you know, be very careful of who you play with, because the universe might confuse the two of you and say, well, I guess you guys are playing together. And we don't want that here, Pisces, because you're on a whole other league. You've been through enough, and you're trying to find your control, your stability, your purpose, Pisces. The Five of Cups is giving me the energy of, you may not see those pains and why you went through it, but you will. I promise you will, especially with that Emperor right before. I think one day you'll remember me when you have some type of stability in your life. It could be financial, it could be family, and you're going to realize it. Something that's coming to my mind, Pisces. Hold on, I'm trying to get this. Something about, I remember it. I saw something about a near-death experience once, yes. And there was a woman who talked about, I think she was talking to God. I don't remember the whole thing, but she was talking to someone up there in the spiritual realm, and she asked them, like, why, she went through a terrible divorce, and she had 3 boys. And she asked the spiritual realm in her near-death experience, I think it was a car crash, if I remember. And she asked them, why did the husband left, and she said she could take the pain, but her biggest pain was watching her children get disappointed by that person over and over and over again. And, she actually was telling him, like, it was almost better if he just was, deceased, like no longer here, because then he couldn't keep hurting the children, saying that he was coming to see them, doing something for them, and then never did it, right? So the answer that the spiritual realm gave her was that I think he showed her into the future, and she had a moment in that dark place, in that void, in the dark night of the soul type of area, Pisces, and I'm still feeling here, that void. She had a moment where he showed her into the future, and she was sitting in the stands, and she was sitting with one of her sons, and her son had a son. She was a grandmother, and the grandson was playing on the soccer, I believe, on the field. And her son looked over at her and said, I'm going to be the father that I never had to that child. And so she saw that. She had her near-death experience, and then she came back. A few years down the line, she had that same exact moment come to her. So sometimes when we go through certain pains, we don't know why we're going through it. But there's a reason, and there's always good that can come out of it. Her son channeled that into giving more love to his child. Okay. Too emotional. When you get controlled emotions, the water journey, I guess it's going to happen, Pisces. I guess it will happen. All right. Channeling emotions. Let's see. This may, I know this was work, but it may also be the thing that makes you stand out at work, kind of like, again, like the flash dance energy. It's what you bring to the table. It's the knowledge that you have learned in your life that makes you different or feel different or make people, want to work with you or be with you. Spirit, tell me more. Politics. We got that yesterday, I think. The mass falling. Ooh, projections. And I could have sworn we got this. No, it wasn't projection, but we did. I don't know. I don't remember. All right. Politics, projections, and possibilities. They're all P's. So there might be a P that may be some type of significance here. Peter? I don't know. There's some types of P's. Something with P. Performance? I don't know, Pisces. All right. Let's see. Oh, we got double sevens as well. All right. Focus. You're no longer going to have to hide who you are. I feel like you've had to hide who you were a lot. I don't know how to explain this. Your likes, your dislikes, how or what motivates you or moves you. I see you very eccentric, Pisces. Like, I'm seeing something about nudity. I don't know. Like, I don't know if you like nudity or you walk around nude, and I don't know, like you're very eccentric. So I don't really know how to explain this. I feel like there was a time where people told you to cover yourself up. The example, yeah, cover yourself up, put your clothes on. And then one next thing you know, you kind of just release everything. You become very naked. A lot of times, naked is a symbol for like you're not hiding anything anymore. And I do feel this, Pisces, like there was things that you've had to hide. There was masks that you've had to wear in order to kind of maybe it's again like that flash dance energy. That's the best way I can describe it. Like the way she walked in there and she was dressed who she was. This was her life every day. She wasn't pretending. She didn't put on the ballerina outfit. You know, she didn't even have the time for it. The universe didn't even give her the time to change and pretend to be something else. It just threw her in the spotlight and said, do it now. And she did it. And, you know, it was great, Pisces. So I do feel where you see projections is in the challenge position. Like you're going to be able to let loose and let go of anything that people have tried to make you conform and be. And I just feel like these masks that you've had to, it's almost like layers, Pisces, like you've had layers on top of you, and every layer is going to get removed because the universe is just going to keep putting you and moving you into situations where you're going to have to dance now, perform now. Now is the time. I don't care what you're wearing. I don't care how you look. I don't care where you came from. Your chance is now. And that's how I'm getting this energy here, Pisces. Possibilities. There's a lot of possibilities, endless possibilities, but it's all about how much can you be yourself? How much can you be honest? I'm honest with you guys. I was in a psych ward. I've had problems. I've taken several medications in a day. So, and I know a lot of you don't care. So it's like that type of energy. That's the best way that I could describe that. So all of those pains, all of those things that you deemed as mistakes and problems and all that are actually the things that are going to help make you stand out someday. All right, Pisces, I hope you liked the reading. Please like and subscribe, and thank you.